Okay, you guys, what I want you to do is I want you to look at this picture and I want you to pick a token. Pick the basketball, the beach ball, or the soccer ball for your messages.
Hello, loves. My name is Josie. Welcome to Eccentric if you are new to my channel. This is the Pick a Token reading for April 15th, 2021. I want you to take a moment and look at the thumbnail, and I want you to choose the basketball, the beach ball, or the soccer ball for your reading. Now, there's nothing wrong with listening to all three of them. They may all resonate, or none of them may resonate at all. Take what resonates and leave the rest. This is your pick a token reading. So we're going to get started with the people who chose the basketball, okay? We've got Chiron for healing. We've got the Ace of Cups here. And then we've got the Ten of Swords. So for you beautiful souls who have chosen the basketball, the message here is about something ending, something that's not going to hurt you the way that it hurts in the past or even right now, because this is a past energy and this is also a present energy for some of you, okay? So there's a major ending to where you're never going to experience this again in this way. It's not going to feel the same no matter how many times it tries to show up again in different ways. You're no longer going to be triggered to where you feel such pain, such regret, such disappointment, okay? For a lot of you, you are getting over something that happened in the past and you're finally releasing some things. There's a lot of release here in this message. And some of you, you're going through something right now that you finally decided that you need to walk away from or release or just let die, right? And you're highly emotional during this time. So some of you are ending a healing journey and some of you are beginning a healing journey specific to a situation that is very emotionally taxing. For a lot of you, you're leaving a relationship, and this relationship was most likely long term, and you've done all that you can, and now you are realizing that there's nothing more that can be done, and that it is time for this chapter to end so you can welcome in whatever it is that's new coming into your life. And you may not feel right now that you may not feel that you are ready to be welcoming new stuff and people into your life, but it's gonna happen anyway. So you're gonna need to feel your feelings in each moment and just love on yourself and take your time, because it's very important that you do not block people out, okay? Don't block people out, but at the same time have healthy boundaries and know when you have the energy to entertain people and when you don't. Some of you are leaving a career, a job might have let you go, or like the business went under, something happened to where there was this major life change after so long. Something was built for so long and it's ending, okay? And not all of this has to be negative. You may be the person ending the situation, okay? For some of you, there is definitely a past tense healing that has already occurred, and now you're in the energy where you are no longer allowing people to take you to the Ace of Cups, the negative side of the Ace of Cups. You are the person that holds the swords and shuts it down when it needs to happen, okay? So for some of you, you are actually helping other people. Some of you may have entered careers where you're helping people that have been victimized in some kind of way, that are healing from very deep emotional wounds, maybe from childhood or even sexual abuse. You're helping people to literally cross a threshold so that they are able to have a better quality of life. So you're acting as that wounded healer. Okay, you know what? I went through this. I know what you're going through. Let me assist you type energy as well. So those are the messages that I have for the group with the basketball. All is going to be well, and all is well. All right. Now for my group who chose the beach ball, you've got Mars, conflict. You've got the Nine of Wands, and then you've got the Empress. Okay. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is the parent-child relationship, especially with the mother, and there being conflict with that relationship. There may be a situation where your child is becoming an adolescent and they feel like they feel entitled. They feel like they're entitled to more freedom, more material things, whatever it is that they're looking for. And you're trying to explain to them, well, you don't act like you don't deserve it. You know, why should I trust you with this if your actions are telling me not to? And they're not mentally understanding what you're saying when you tell them, hey, when you start acting responsible, I will give you more freedom. They don't understand that. They don't know why they need to act responsible or behave a certain way just so that they can be free to do whatever it is that they're trying to do. So I think that a different approach is called for here. Some of these children, you don't even have to be dealing with children. You could be dealing with anybody that's just acting like a child. This person that you're talking to, they understand things in a very materialistic way, okay? So instead of trying to use philosophy or emotions, you should try using facts and logic with this person and take them from point A to point Z. Like literally, like write out a plan for them or something. How do I want to put this? You're going to need to literally tell them, hey, like this is a perfect scenario. If your child wants to start going to the mall by themselves, maybe they want to take public transit or whatever, maybe go with them and just observe. Tell them your plan. I'm just going to be here to observe how you get there and how you get back on your own. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to keep my distance and I'm just going to observe you. I want you to show me how you do things so that I can help you if anything happens and I'm not around. That way I know how you operate. Have them take you on a tour of how they would do things so that you can understand and that you can be more supportive, okay? Yeah, it's so funny because that message ended like abruptly. There was just a brick wall right there. Now for others of you, you are the Empress, okay? Some of you, you are the Empress, and you're comfortable, you have what you've built, your abundance, your bills are paid, you have your home, whatever the case may be. The thing is, I feel like you are dealing with family or some kind of adversity, people trying to stake claim to what you have, and you're having to defend yourself and in some cases protect yourself and your assets. In that situation, it is very important to be assertive and not aggressive, because the scales can tip really, really quickly, because whomever you're dealing with is very emotional and just, they need a reason. That's all they need, is a reason. Because see, you have your stuff together. They don't. And they're trying to make it to where you don't have your stuff together. Misery loves company. So don't fall for the trap. Stand up for yourself, but don't take it there with don't volunteer threats and things like that, okay? Somebody has either a strawberry farm, or you're growing strawberries, or there's something going on with strawberries, because there's an abundance of them. Okay, strawberries is coming up. So whatever you're doing with the strawberries, keep doing whatever you're doing. Or if you were thinking about some kind of business with strawberries, go ahead and do that, okay? I see a lot of strawberries. It's very interesting. Now, for other beautiful souls, you are dealing with a marriage situation. There may be talks about a divorce. There may be difficulty having civil conversations. Okay? If you want this to change, for those of you who are having issues with a marriage, one of you has to go first, and you've got to be the one brave enough to go first. You've got to be soft first. You've got to let the other person express themselves without pushing back immediately. Just observe and let them do what they're going to do, say what they're going to say. Because when they are allowed the room to observe themselves, sometimes, not all the time, they actually apologize for the way that they behaved or some of the things that they said, because they're able to realize where they've gone wrong. But when you always attack back immediately, it doesn't leave room for anyone to realize their own behavior, okay? So those are the messages I have for the group that chose the beach ball. Now for the group that chose the soccer ball, you've got Pluto all up in your business. You've got the 7 of Wands, and then you've got the 7 of Cups. Whew. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Okay, this one. This is about who's right and who's wrong, and what's going to be destroyed depending on who's actually right and who's wrong. Wow. Okay. So, for some of you, with the number 7 energy, Spirit is asking you to marry your intuition with your logic and use that as an instrument to navigate whatever this issue is. Because Pluto is standing there at the ready, waiting to destroy what needs to be destroyed so that a new foundation can be built, okay? Some of you are on the right path when it comes to blocking people from being able to call you, when it comes to not responding to certain things that are being said to you or certain opportunities that are coming to you. Some of you are on the right track because it's bull and you can see right through it, okay? Some of you have already gone through a Plutonian transformation and you're able to see things you didn't see before, okay? But some of you that are in the middle of what's about to happen, it's like you're in the eye of a storm. And some of you that are in the middle, what's happening is that the moment that there is an opening, or there's a, what do you call it, a pause, and you've got to create it. Because if you allow yourself to be confused by the things coming at you or whatever someone is saying to you, there will be no space, because you'll be thinking too much and overthinking and overanalyzing. That's the negative side of a 7, is overanalyzing, right? But if you observe and then take action when you know that you need to take action, it'll create this open space where Pluto can do what it needs to do for whatever is opposing you, okay? So this message is about creating space, and then of course keeping your distance, having that observation mode, so that you don't get caught up in the midst of whatever destruction is going to happen. And you know, energy comes from us, to us, happens around us. You may be the person that is going to personally experience this transformation, and the other person, if they've got you blocked, if they're not giving you the time of day, is because they're keeping their distance. Pluto is causing them to keep their distance because you are about to go through some things, and that's not for them, it's for you, you know. Also pay attention to the moon cycles, because some of you are, whatever full moon is coming up, the next full moon is going to be tough on you. It's going to be like you may need to just stay at home, don't really make no plans. The day before the full moon, the day of, and the day after, you may need to be in hermit mode, because you are going to be all up in your feelings and combative and all kinds of stuff on the next full moon that's going to be coming up, okay? Now this video is shot for April 15th, and we are going to be in a new moon cycle. So it's whatever the full moon is that's coming up that you want to prepare to not be around anybody for, okay? Somebody is lying to you. There are some of you in this group where you know, you have an idea that somebody's lying to you, but you don't have the details. Well, this is your confirmation. Somebody is lying about something. So there is nothing wrong with doing a little detective work with verification and all this and that, because you don't want your time wasted, and you don't want to waste anybody else's time, okay? So if you felt like somebody was lying to you, then get down to the bottom of it. For some of you, it's a flat out lie, and you need to be completely done with whatever the situation is or the person. And for others, it is a lie within the truth. You know, there's truth all around the lie. There's just one aspect of something that's not true, but there's truth all around the rest of it, okay? And you're able to like, you don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater for that group of people, okay? You can transform within that truth, within that situation. It doesn't have to be demolished. So yeah, those are your messages for the group that chose the soccer ball. Those are your messages. So I want to thank everybody so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please visit my description box. I have an Amazon list that I would like for you to look at. If you want to see new decks on my channel, I have a list where you can gift them to me. I have a few decks on my list and a few books. So feel free to check that out. Until next time, have a good day, evening, night, wherever you are, morning. Talk to you soon.